So I've been struggling with my tripod for the absolute longest, and I still don't like this angle. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can tell by this title, in this video we are going to be, well, I am going to be talking about my experience working at Boston Market. So if you don't know what Boston Market is basically the opposite of fast food. They sell food, they sell like dinner, Thanksgiving food, like rotisserie chicken, turkey, ribs, not no grilled ribs, not no barbecue ribs, boiled ribs in the back. But they sell like your basic size, like mashed potatoes, macaroni, corn, broccoli, etc, etc. And they're most known for like their chicken, their mashed potatoes, and their cornbread that comes with every meal purchased. They had it at 16 in my state. I live in Michigan. I feel like that's worldwide though. Boston Market, like, why would you want to be 18 and work there? Why would you want to work there at all? Okay, let me stop. Boston Market was my first real official job. I started working at like a month after I turned 16 because they were one of the only places that called back. And it was cool because I really didn't want to work in fast food anyway. I started working there in May of 2020, and I stopped working there in January of 2021. So I worked there for a good 7 months or so. I don't feel like doing the math. I got hired on the spot, and you know what people say about getting them jobs right on the spot. Foreshadowing. They ain't good to begin with. But no, I was just excited because it was my first real job. Excited to make money. I was excited. Basically how the interview went, he asked me, the general manager asked me, he just asked me like to tell me about a time where you show leadership, what days can you work, whatever. I just say yes to everything, like yes I can work weekends, yes I can work holidays, yes, if you need me I'm there, essentially. And he was like, he told me what I needed to wear. The uniform was all black, even in the summer. Like, I was hot. All black polyester, 100% polyester shirt, collared, some black jeans, black shoes, black socks, black belt, and then he supplied me with the apron and the hats, which I am going to show you. Surprise, they're also black. So this is my hat. I don't like touching this, it's gross. I've been waiting to make this video for so long. I'm happy that I'm finally filming this because I can finally throw this shit the fuck away. So yeah, I have this one, and then I have two. Yeah, I have two aprons. My first day, let me tell y'all. So my first day there, he supplied me with my the rest of my uniform, and I didn't get no training by anyone. I got training from a coworker, and I thank her for training me. She trained me the little she could in 2 days because she was shipping off to the army. So I was left to fend for myself, and it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard because I didn't know much. Like, like, you gonna put me out there, like, well, so, but I didn't think too much of it because I'm a fast learner, so I just learned to adapt really fast. So that was cool. And my third day was hectic. So my third day was a Wednesday. I know it's a Wednesday because on Wednesdays it's buy one get one day and prime rib day. So it's busy as fuck. And I didn't know, like, I didn't know anything. We were short-handed, extremely short-handed, and it was just basically me, a manager, and a dishwasher, and then we had a new girl. And then it was just crazy. It was like customers walking out. I was charging people wrong because nobody explained the menu to me. Like, prior to working at Boston Market, I didn't know the difference between white meat and dark meat. Now I know my parts of my chicken, but at that time I didn't know. Glory by the grace of God, because the power went out, so we closed early. That was great. But it also sucked because I didn't have power at my house for like 3 days. You can already tell, like, maybe this job wasn't too good, but it's my first job. I didn't mind the pay. I got paid $10 an hour, which is not much. and it's definitely not enough for the work I was doing, but I was just excited. You know, it was my, I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep saying that, but it was my first job, my first real job. So as the summer went on, I worked a lot by myself. It was typically just me, the dishwasher, and the manager. So I was a cashier, but I was also server. So the person, we used to have a carver. The carver is the person who cuts the meat, makes the sandwiches, blah, blah, blah. I can't be carver because I'm under 18. So we had a carver, and then I get the sides, and then I hand them the plate, then get it back, bring it up. Cool. I didn't mind being server and cashier because I understood my roles, but it was just hectic. Like, it got super busy, and then it was only me on the front line. We did get some new employees over time, which made it easier on me, but everybody doesn't learn the same way, so it was hard for everybody to get adapted to how fast paced it was, which made me still have to do as much work because I had to work around them because they were kind of slow. You know, that was just, and I'm not saying like I was the best, well, I was, but you know, yeah, this don't make sense. We were extremely short-handed all the time, and not only that, it was like the turnover rate, I think that's the word for it, the turnover rate was extremely high. Like, we would have to get new employees every few months because people would keep quitting. Like, I was literally like the only cashier who didn't quit because everybody quit like 4 to 5 months, a month later. So you would think that was my time to quit. No, we were short-handed on people, but we were also short-handed on food and other necessities like cups and straws and forks and silverware, just all of that. So due to the pandemic, you know, Boston Market was a sit-down restaurant. I think it still is. They had the dining room open when I was there, but then they closed it back up. But whatever. They used like actual like restaurant plates, knives, cups, etc., etc. They didn't have to keep using takeout. But due to the pandemic, they had to stop that, so they had to use more plastic or take out items, I guess. We ran out of those things faster, but also I guess due to the pandemic the budget was cut, so they couldn't get as much things as they needed. And you would think for us to be in a pandemic we would need more funds. I don't know too much about corporate, I don't know how much that works, but all I know is that was very frustrating, not just for the customers but also for the employees, because we would have to hear that, and it was out of our control. The customers were terrible. And I understand if you're going to work in customer service, you are going to have your deal of bad customers. I just feel like them customers was doing a little too much for some wet chicken. Then I understand what a lot of the customers like. It was very frustrating to have to come into an establishment and we are running out of your food. Like, we're running out of chicken, which is our main course, at like 6 o'clock, and that's when dinner starts. You know, it was just, it was just ridiculous. But it's just the way, like, y'all did not have to take that out on the cashier. Like, I'm 16, I don't buy the food, I'm not the one who initiates the budget. I'm sorry y'all feel that way, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. I blocked out a lot of that because I wouldn't say it's trauma, but it just wasn't the best for me to remember that stuff. So it was very, very crucial on my mental and physical health. I worked a lot more than I should have, illegally. I did not get breaks. I never took breaks ever. Like, I worked for free for 30 minutes, and I know that's wrong as hell, and I should have said something, but we were that short-handed, and I know it's like, it's not your fault that they short-handed, but I don't know. Once I got into the groove of working, I didn't want to stop because I didn't like to be at home. I didn't care what I was doing. I just wanted to work because no. Yeah, and it was like so crazy on my mental health because I had like terrible brain fog. Because also throughout the summer, I had a summer job too, which was virtual, thank God. But I had to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning for my virtual summer job. And then like at 4, 3, 5 o'clock, I change, go to Boston Market. So it was a lot. Like, I had terrible brain fog. I couldn't remember what day it was. I couldn't remember anything I had. And I still don't have any like grasp on time anymore. I'm just messed up in the head. I would have terrible like leg pain, foot pain. Well, actually no, I take that back. I didn't have really bad feet pain because I just got used to standing on my feet for so long. I had terrible back pain. I broke out a lot because it was like super hot and greasy in there. Our AC broke and it was like July or August, and we were having like a promotion thing or something, and it was so freaking hot, and we was wearing all black. I was so irritated. It was busy, we were short-handed. I was so irritated, like, oh, gosh. I remember one week in the summer, this only happened 1 week. I worked literally every single day, like Monday through Sunday, or should I just say Saturday through Sunday? Either way, 7 days I worked every single day that week, which was terrible, and I shouldn't be doing that. But that paycheck wasn't even worth it. Like, you don't put money over your health ever. Money is not that important. There will always be money in the world. I dealt with very like rude and lazy managers. My favorite manager was the only black one, of course. I didn't have any problem with my other managers, but it was 2 managers that I just didn't really see eye to eye with, you know. So first, my general manager, he was cool. I found that he was a tourist, which really explains a lot about him. He likes money, but he's super lazy, and that's how I am. I like money, but I'm super lazy. But here's the thing, like, he was super lazy. He never worked his full shift. Every time I walk in, because I usually come in around dinner time, every time I come in, oh, okay, Leo's here, see y'all later. They call me Leo because they can't remember my name. So, you know, we could have used that extra set of hands. He didn't want to come in on days he didn't have to. Like, as a general manager, why would you? He didn't like to do anything. Like, I had to clean up so much. And I understand because I'm in the front. I don't mind cleaning, but it was just like, dude, you telling me all you want to do is just clean the ovens? See, and it's that one thing that managers try to do. They have you try to clock out early or clock out at all and then still make you clean. Nope. I don't clean if I'm not on the clock. No. And then there was another manager. She was the assistant general manager, whatever they call it. She wasn't bad. You know, we've had pretty good talks. We were pretty cool, but she was just really feisty, really greedy. This is like 2 weeks later. I haven't even started editing the video, but I want to add a point that I forgot to put. So basically the tipping thing, so apparently it's against Boston market policy to basically get tips. We're supposed to put them in the cash register, but you know, like, no, we be keeping the tips. One thing I want to add is, like, some customers, you know, they don't want to give everybody a tip. They just want to get a cashier or just whoever they feel like deserves a tip to tip. And I ain't got no problem with that. Like, if they're like, okay, give the cook this $5 or whatever, that's fine, you know. The cook, she deserves money. But one manager, she would literally eyeball customers. As soon as money came around, she just eyeballed them, like stared them down. And the customer, I'd be like, okay, if I get this tip, who is it going to or whatever. So before I even get to answer, she'd be like, oh, it's for all of us, it's for all of us, it's only fair, it's only fair. And then they'll be like, okay, never mind. They'll like come back another day and be like, oh, is she here? And they'll try to give me the tip because, you know, inconsiderate and rude. She was very rude to customers. Like, she was the manager that would argue back and forth with the customers. Personally, I don't know how she still had that job because it's a bunch of reviews. We got a lot of calls about her, but somehow she still kept her job. She kind of like talked to you like, she just treated you like you was dumb, like you didn't know how to do your job. Like, she used to watch over me when I used to ring people up and stuff. Like, no. One thing I don't like is when people underestimate my intelligence. And she did not just do that. A lot of customers did that. Like, they tried to talk to me like I was stupid, like I didn't know what I was talking about. See, thinking about that just makes me mad. Every night after closing, I had to stock up like cups. I had to stock like silverware, things like that. I had to make sure the food was in the containers. I had to clean the bathrooms, clean the lobby, do a lot. It wasn't a lot, but it was a lot on me because I didn't get breaks. I was extremely exhausted, but I pushed through. That job is the reason why I had an addiction to Monsters. I had to stop drinking Monsters because, one, I got the funds for it. but also because it's not good for my skin. Carbonated drinks are not good for my skin, and that's why my skin actually look the way it do now. We ain't gonna talk about it. They basically ignored the fact that I was a high schooler. I'm a senior now, but I'm still 16. My school is a section. You're not supposed to work like more than 24 hours a week, and they were scheduling me like 40 hours. And I told them, like, literally the week before school started, I'm like, y'all can't schedule me 5 days a week no more. Y'all not, you know, y'all can only do 3. Well, at first I told them 4 days. I was on 4 days a week, because I was gonna work one day from Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I was gonna work. They ain't listen. They was like, okay, can you come in? Can you do this? Can you do that? No. Well, actually, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. So Thanksgiving, it was mandatory for everybody to come in, and I came in like 9, 10, 11 o'clock, somewhere between there. I had to DoorDash me a teal monster, ultra teal, I think that's the name, nasty monster, don't like that one, and a bag of Takis to get me through the day. And because I knew today was gonna be hectic, I knew today was gonna be super freaking busy, and I worked from like opening up until like 6 o'clock, no breaks, on my feet the whole time, barely had enough to get a drink. Like, it was that crazy, and I was so aggravated. And this was on Thanksgiving, you know, this was on Thanksgiving. There's people like, oh, I appreciate you working on holidays, la da da da. You know, I got a good amount of tips that day, but I was just like not feeling it. And when I got home, wasn't hungry. All I ate on Thanksgiving was like a Hawaiian roll. It was really annoying because my dad was like annoyed, so he's like, okay, from now on you not working all them hours somewhere, Friday through Sunday. So at first I had a problem with it, but then I'm like, whatever, some money's better than no money. So I let them know. So everything was cool. They was cool with me working Friday through Sunday. They really didn't have a choice. So basically, what was the last straw was, so yeah, so nobody wants Boston Market after like the first week of New Year's, you know. So they was calling me in, but it would be so slow, they'll just have me clock right back out like an hour later. Like, you could have just, like, y'all knew it was gonna be slow. Y'all knew it was gonna be slow. Why did y'all call me in the first place? My parents didn't do too well with that back and forth stuff. My job wasn't far. It's not far from my house at all, but it was just, you know, it was just pointless. My dad was like, okay, you gonna come in today and you gonna tell them you putting your 2 weeks in. I was mad, I ain't gonna lie. I was a little upset. Because I wasn't really ready to quit yet. I was kind of waiting until my birthday to quit. But I told my manager, his whole face dropped. I love seeing that. And he was just like, okay. So I quit. Yeah, I quit. But that's all I got for my experience at Boston Market. If you work there or are interested in working there because it's an area, I wouldn't say don't work there based on my experiences, because maybe Boston Market not the same, but I just don't like what they stand for as a company. Yeah, on to better news. I did get a new job. I'm working at Panera Bread. I love Panera Bread. If you guys like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. See you guys later.